Hello everybody, today we are going to discuss phonology, and the study of the sound system of any language is called phonology. That's how we can define phonology. And phonology has different other terms and different other aspects. It means if we have to study the sound system of any language, we have to study it under certain terminologies or certain categories, say. So phonetics is also a part of phonology, and phonology, phonetics, all these have been quite tricky so far. Like it is said to be quite complex. Like people, those who those who write well, even they are unable to pronounce particular words in a proper manner. So here what we are going to discuss, what is the basis of those pronunciations, or why a particular word is pronounced in a particular way. So that's all we have to understand. So for that we have to know and understand the basic terms in phonology. So I said phonetics is a part of that. So what is phonetics? That phonetics is actually the scientific study of production, transmission and reception of speech sounds. That how the sounds are produced, how the sounds are transmitted, and how the sounds are received. So you must understand one thing here, that all this is about the sound. It's not about letters, it's not about the alphabet, it's not about how they are written. It's all about the sound, articulation of a particular word. So how a particular word, how a particular sound is uttered. So we are going to discuss all that here under this topic, phonology. So to understand phonetics, we must know about phonemes as well, because every language has vowels and consonants which can be grouped under distinctive sound units, and these distinctive sound units are called phonemes. That means how we utter or pronounce certain vowels and consonants. So they form a particular sound unit, and their pronunciation makes different sounds, or we follow a certain system in uttering and pronouncing those particular sounds. So let's see what these phonemes are, how many phonemes are there. So in English, you know that there are 26 alphabets, but here again I must say, make it clear that it's not just about alphabets, it's about sounds. So here we have consonants and vowels as sounds, and we have 24 consonants and 20 vowels. That means total 44 phonemes in English we have. As far as English pronunciation is concerned, we have 44 phonemes. Now how they sound and how they are represented in dictionaries, so that's what we are going to discuss here. So see, here we are going to discuss consonants first. Right, and I'm going to write the symbol for particular consonants and how they are used in particular words. I'm also going to write the way they are pronounced in Hindi, so that you understand it well and we can properly use it. So these are first the sounds, then in Hindi their sounds, and here we are going to write the examples. So first it is P, P. So this is not actually P, this is actually P. That means this thing, P. So how we use it? So you can see in pen, the transcription of this word pen is like this. P is written as this is the symbol for P sound, and pen. Same way, pine. So this and this. So transcription you won't understand at this time because we haven't studied vowels and diphthongs and monophthongs. So only when we discuss monophthongs and diphthongs, only then you will be able to understand how this has been transcribed. This one is pine, this one is pen. But in both cases, mainly here the motto is to know how this per sound is being used. So this is the way. And this is b sound. B denotes b sound. So in most of the consonants we write the same symbol as we use in English alphabet. So those alphabet actually they denote the same kind of sound, like P for p and B for b. So here b as in bus, this way, and bout, this way, bout. So both b symbol is this, n, yes, n, and n is what? Nest. Simple, just as we write nest, the same is the transcription. And 9, right? Now t. So t is the symbol for t, as in test and 10. So we write these transcriptions between these two lines. Like you can see, I am here using these slanting lines, that is the slashes or oblique mark here I am using. So we write the transcription between two such slashes or oblique marks. That is the way we do the transcription. That's how. Okay. So now there are some more such symbols. So let's continue with it. As I said, there are total 24 such symbols. So we must know all the symbols to transcribe a word in a proper manner. So fifth one, sir. S for sir, like sing. Now here eta, if you are a science student you will know that what eta is. So this is the symbol for eta, sing. I have written sing here, I will discuss it later. And sister, this sister. So quite simple. Ch, ch. Now T and integration sign. This is how we write ch, the mix of T and integration sign, as in chair. As we don't stress R, so that's why I am putting that in brackets. We don't stress it when it is in the end. So chair, church, same, and again this ch. Now let's see how the remaining ones are. Ch, this is ch, this is ch, right? And k sound. So simple, k for k, as in kite, and come. Because in come, though the spelling begins with C, but the sound is k. So that's why we use this symbol k. And why in some spellings it becomes k and why in some spellings it becomes or ch, it depends. So because C sometimes is a soft one and sometimes it is hard one. That's why it happens with different say different letters, as in the case of G as well. Sometimes G is soft, sometimes G is hard. So when it is soft, when it is hard, it's a different matter. When we use C with we can say I, then it becomes soft. When we use C with A or O, it becomes hard. Same way with G, when we use it with I, it becomes soft. When we use G with E, it is soft G. When we use G with A, it is hard G. So that is how we differentiate the sounds, right? And these are only some very basic things. L, L for L sound, line, and learn, so you can see line, learn, L for L for L sound, this M. Now M as in monkey, or I should use eta here, and mu, the sound of cat. Mu. So this is how M. M for M. N for N sound. New. And neo. This way, neo. Because we don't stress, that's why the symbol has been used. N for N. Now eta. Eta for sound. Where N, G are combined. So that sound is generally denoted with this eta. As I said, or as we wrote in sing. So you could see N and G that was combined there. So that kind of sound, if a word contains that particular sound, in that case we must use this symbol. Okay. So to make it easy, I have used this here. So or that particular sound if a word contains must be denoted by this eta, as in king. Right? As in Bing. Bing. Ring. So all these words contain this particular sound. Y. Now Y is J. The J, letter J denotes Y sound. For example, yes and your, this. So your, yes, yes sound. Now it's not just yes, this is yes. The difference is there. So this phonology is like that. When you study the exact pronunciation of the words, you will really be boggled and puzzled that how it's so different from what we speak. But see, you don't have to worry about that. You just know. It is for your knowledge, your awareness. When you study a new word, how to pronounce that, to know that, to find and search the pronunciation of particular words in the dictionary, and to improve upon, of course, your pronunciation definitely. But see, pronunciation depends how people regionally pronounce a word. It matters a lot, because though English is an international language, yet it is pronounced differently in different countries, in different localities. So you don't have to bother about that. Important is how people understand that thing. You just convey it in that way, because sometimes it creates quite awkward situation when we pronounce that word in a correct manner and people don't understand. So better you understand the mentality of people and you behave or pronounce like that, or you must have that position to make people believe that yes, whatever you speak is correct, right? So now it is R. This is R, simple R. For example, run, rest, right? Now 14th. So 14th, V for V, as in van. As in vinegar. So when V letter produces V sound, in that case we use V symbol for V. Is that clear? When V letter produces V sound, we use V symbol for V, right? And if letter W creates V sound, produces V sound, in that case, whether it is W or the combination of any other consonants, because in certain cases Q and U also produce V sound, even OU produce V sound. So if any other combination apart from W, including W, produces V sound, in that case you must use W for sound V. For example, wise. So this wise. Now eloquent. So it will be eloquent. This and should be, because in the last part we don't stress. So eloquent. This is how will. So you can see I'm using V, W for V sound here, eloquent, right? So this is how we differentiate V and W for V sound. If V sound is created by or produced by V, then we use symbol V. If the V sound is produced by W or any other combination apart from V, then we use W for that V sound, right? H for her sound, as in hen. House, right? So hen, house, and now it is 17th. Right. Z. See this. This is Z. Are you getting? Z. As in was. So was, Z sound is there, is, was. It's not ij, it's not waj or waj, it is Z. I think it is quite clear. Was, Z, right? Zoo. Zoo. I think it's clear, zoo. So when S or Z, you must note this down, when S or Z produce Z sound, then we use symbol Z, this Z symbol for that particular sound. I think it's clear. When S or Z produce Z sound, we use Z symbol to denote that sound, right? Now it can also be, I must say, this J, this one. So this denotes J, as we write in fourth kind of type of alphabet, as we say. Now this, I have no other pattern of mentioning this J sound here in Hindi, so I have used Z letter to denote this. But there is a difference between Z and J. You can understand this by example of measure, treasure, right? So here measure, when I can say S-U-R-E, right, or S-I-O-N, when this kind of combination, when S-U-R-E, S-I-O-N, this kind of combination produce that J sound, then we must use this symbol. I think clear? For example, see this, measure, right? Vision, So this is how we write. Now people generally pronounce this as vision as well or vision as well, but it's not vision, it's vision. There is big difference. Vision, treasure, measure. So sound quality varies a little, and that's why these two sounds are denoted by two different symbols. You must understand when the combination is like SURE, and this kind of combination produces Z sound. In that case, we must use this symbol. This is sh, and sh as in shift, integration symbol, shift, shine, right? So this is how we use sh sound. Then we have j. For j we use d and z. J. Now again there is a difference. J and z and j. These are three different sounds. And so for these three different sounds we have three different symbols. So z and j we already discussed earlier, as in measure, j, as in was and zoo, z. Now here it is j, as in judge. Judge and jury. Jury, right? Now it is fur. So to denote fur we write F. Fine, fair, the. So for the we write D, sorry, D. This is D, not the. For D we write D as in dam, right? As in din. So you can see the, dam, the, din, the sound, D symbol, quite simple. And now we have two more symbols left in consonants, right? That is the as in this, there, right? There, this, the sound. And final one is this theta, th, as think, think, tie, tie. So exactly when this th, when it produces th sound. Now usually Indians call it th, but British call it th. So think, thank you, this kind of sound is produced by this TH combination. So to understand it, you can say th, or otherwise exactly it is th, not th, and not say it is th, it is, but okay, this I've given you the examples here. Think and tie, this is how we write and pronounce this. So these are the total consonants in phonetics, in phonology. So there are vowels as well, and to transcribe any particular word we must know consonants and vowels both. So to know about vowels will continue. You'll watch the other video in which I'll discuss about vowels in detail. So till then, thank you very much.